So the next question is, I'm scared of surrendering. I'm scared to lose my identity. And I hear that. I hear that. There are many times in my own life where I've had to give up my goal. I have never become someone else. When you surrender, you don't become someone else, you become a truer you. So, when the day that I surrendered, it felt like death. I knew that I had to, but where I was going wasn't working. I was fighting against the world, and it wasn't working, and I knew that I was the one who had to change. And so I had to give up my goals, and it felt what I can only imagine like a lesser version of walking to your execution. But I was crying and everything it felt like torture. It felt like I was giving myself up and my value, and I was becoming a slave to the world, and that is not what happened. So I surrendered. I gave up my fight against trying to control the world and tell the world how it should be. And I just immediately felt light. It was a genuine surrender. I just felt light. Like I was a balloon and someone had just let go of me. And a split second after that surrender and that serenity, there was a voice that came from within that said, "But how will you be special?" And that has really been a profound red flag. Who is the one who is in there telling you that this stuff makes you special? Who is the one who tells you that if you like Canada Dry ginger ale, it's better than liking Seagram's? Or you're a Mr. Pibb and you're better than the Dr. Pepper people, or you're a Chevy and that's better than the Ford people, and these things. And if you had to get rid of your opinion that Chevy was better, and God forbid you had to drive a Ford, that you wouldn't have it. You'd rather take a mortgage out on your house or sell your kids' bicycles to get the Ford, because that's who you are. You are someone who drives a Ford, and that's just, boy, what a trap. What a trap to be in, and a lie. You are not losing yourself to surrender, depending on how you surrender. I think there are high quality surrenders and low quality surrenders. There are these begrudging surrenders, which, fine, I'll do it. And then there's a genuine surrender that just says, I give up. Don't beat me up anymore. And that's what I was. But I was beating myself up. So you do not at all lose yourself. You gain yourself, because by thinking that all these little things that don't matter, you're just carrying around this drama with you and these opinions, and you need to be a Ford guy and you need to be a chocolate person, not a vanilla person, and all this stuff. And for what? And then you meet someone special and they say, oh yeah, I like Dr. Pepper, not Mr. Pibb, and you, what? And then you lose an opportunity to have a special relationship with someone. For what? And that's exactly where I was. I was in jeopardy of losing a relationship over these values that were meaningless, ultimately meaningless, but I was still scared to give them up. And my ego was the one who spoke to me and said, but how will you be special? And I don't know really what the ego's goal is. Is it trying to make himself better, or does he genuinely think he's helping me? I don't know, and I don't care. It's just wrong. So surrender, you really gain yourself. You find yourself in the rubble, and you clear all that other junk away. And so Don't be scared of losing your false you and gaining your real you. Even now here, I know that you could take my arms and my legs and my tongue and all this stuff, and the me who is here will still be here. So to take my opinions too, okay, fine. Take my opinions. I'm not losing anything because I've lost a pointless discrimination against Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb or whatever it is. It's pointless discrimination. And it's a trap that you create for yourself. One of the things I still struggle with is a surrender. When my wife and I had to role swap because of COVID-19, my job at the factory shut down and she had to become the breadwinner. I still felt some of my value was taken because I was no longer the breadwinner. And I felt that, to a small degree, I felt that she had the upper hand on me and my value was less because I didn't play this pivotal role. And I've been able to keep that in check. But there are a lot of relationship things where your ego says, don't let her get away with, getting you to help her with chores. And I'm a helpful person, but I still hear this voice that says, don't help her with chores. She's going to think she's winning. And that is something that I need to drop, and I work on dropping. My chores, dishes are my chores, and laundry is her chores. And sometimes she's lost track of time or whatever, and then she needs help with the laundry. Why should I have a problem with that? I dirtied some of those clothes. What's the problem? I have free time. And the only problem is the story I put along with it and the fear that she's going to get away with it and she's going to want to do it again and she's not going to be responsible and she's going to pin this on me. And she hasn't done any of that. She's totally innocent. But I have this story and I invent the story and then I have an issue with the story and then I end up yelling at her and she said, why are you yelling at me? I never said any of that stuff. I said, oh yeah, good point. But if you walk into the kitchen and you see milk on the floor, it doesn't matter why it's there. The story doesn't matter. You put it there, someone else put it there, it has to be cleaned up and no one else is here. So clean it up without the drama. Don't make a big deal out of, this is your mess. And now I had to do something with it. And that is a personal struggle, and that's something that I've been working with. That is my spiritual path. Your spiritual path isn't usually in a cave, doing chants with Ram Dass, right? That's not your spiritual path. Your spiritual path is the life that you live. Your personal set of challenges, that's your work. You don't go somewhere else. That's like meditating in the cave. Yeah, we can all do that. We could all be cool on an island, not get flared up on an island. But that's like asking the teacher to give you an easy test. Give me the easy test so I pass it. No, the important test is the one in your life, where you've got the job that you hate and the boss who doesn't respect you or the partner who's not being fair or the kids who won't give you any space. That is your spiritual path. And surrender is the way is the way that you find yourself. Because what you're surrendering is just this false impression of who you were supposed to be. And just letting go of the dream or the idea of what you think you should be or that your home should be a certain way. So I hear you. It is scary to surrender, but it's also the only way. And who are you surrendering to? Surrender really is taking yourself back from your ego. You're saying, you've been wrong my whole life. My whole life you've been pushing me this way and it hasn't worked out. So what do we do with stuff we know it doesn't work out, right? It's bad math. If the math doesn't work after 30 years or more, then it's not good math. So let's kick the ego to the curb. I'll do it with you. I'll be loving and I'll do Catherine's laundry today. And you be loving and let someone get something up on you. And do it and be proud of yourself that you were able to do it. And once you're able to do it once, you can hold yourself accountable the other times. Say, I know that I can do the dishes without being upset about it. Even though it's not my chore, I know I can do it. So I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it. And I'm not going to say anything. Because once you say something, you lose it. Once you throw that jab in there, it's one thing to sit there in silence and do those dishes. And you get the towel, you throw the towel down on the countertop and you say, you're welcome, and that's, you lost it. You have to start over tomorrow. You have to do them again. So find that peaceful place, put on some music, and don't ask for a thank you. And see what happens. See if you die. See if doing the dishes without starting a fight about it kills you. And you can send me hate mail if it does. Sorry. All right, good luck. Let's surrender. I'll surrender with you.